Wow. Look at that. That's one of the most beautiful things I've seen since doing this. Wow. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're back in the deck chair, the candy cane, whatever you want to call it. DANCZ, the Condor Airbus A320neo, the fly-by-wire A320neo, an aircraft I thoroughly love. We're on the ground at Frankfurt. Those of you that know aviation know that those horrible old concrete jetway thingies are only those of Frankfurt, and today we're doing a very interesting flight. This is probably going to go wrong, but that's why you lot watch these things. It's another charter flight. Thank you very much, Daniel van der Linden, for once again chartering another flight. He's been a great supporter of the channel, and I am colossally grateful for it. We're flying today from Frankfurt to Satu Mare in Romania. It's an airport that only has a VOR approach for runway 01 where we're landing today. There is ILS on runway 19, but we're going in the opposite direction. So I'm intrigued to see how wrong I can get this. I've given it a little bit of practice, but it's only really sort of in the moment when you're going to know whether it's going to work or not. But either way, it should be good fun. We're going to be doing this on VATSIM. Let's jump in the cockpit. As usual, today I'm using my scratch pad that you can get from a link in the description, and I'm also using a checklist that I got off of flightsim.to, which is free, and it's a lovely checklist. I do plan on making my own at some point, because some of these things on here, the priority is all over the place, basically, with these checklists and procedure lists, so I'm not sure how much of it I would want on one, and I could probably shorten it down a good bit. Much like the one that Drew gave me a while ago from EasyJet, it's a lot shorter than what these things show you. So we've got batteries on and external power on. I probably did that in the wrong order. Cruise supply on, nav left, right and centre. Strobe goes to auto, nav and logo light comes on. We will put the no smoking signs to auto and arm the emergency exits. Put a little dome light on in here, because why not? We'll sort out the left and right pumps. Do some fire tests. We don't need to wait for the beeps like we do in the Phoenix. Cracking. Not going to put the APU on until we get pushing back in a little bit. So, let's get our information on here first. Let's get the iPads on. Let's get rid of the coffees. Frame rate being typically Frankfurt-esque at the moment. So ground services, let's just do this.
Boarding completed.
From a fly-by-wire perspective. Block fuel today is 6196, 6.2. That is all done and sorted, and we will get GSX boarding people. We have the jetway connected, so we'll get boarding sorted by GSX. Show you the plan today. I was just looking at the VOR earlier on. As you can see, we're on the ground here at Frankfurt. We're going on the, I think it's the Sulus 5 Foxtrot departure from 25 Centre out this way. Oh, sorry. And then all the way down here. And then there's no actual arrival in. You get to Karel, then Tissad, then Peville. I'm probably just going to go there, to there, to there, and not necessarily fly the DME and worry about it too much. Just make sure that we'll turn in and get lined up for LRSM. It is a very small airport. It's literally just 4 gates and 1 building. It is in the middle of nowhere. I checked the scenery just before we went flying and it looked lovely, but you're going to have to wait and see that later in the flight. So we'll put the no constraints on here. We'll check the charts for the departure as well. Altitude is above 5,000. Where's the initial climb? Is there any initial climb clearance? Is 5,000 as well, so we'll just go straight up to 5. Cool. We'll set up the MCDU, shall we? So we'll do init. We'll do an init request and wait for that. It's got everything in. It's got our cost index in as well. We're obviously going to sort the fuel and weight out and everything. We're going to go 6.2 on the block today. Just going to double check that. Yeah, 6192 on the block. Fantastic, it's got that in. EDDF, we're going to go for the 25 Centre departure, which is the Sulus 5 Foxtrot. Thank you. Lots of them to choose from here at Frankfurt, of course. LRSM, we don't have an arrival for VOR 01. We're just coming in on VOR 01, no star. Oh, there's an approach via Tissad. Fantastic. Okay, at least it's got that in there. At least it knows that much. Let's just check down here for any discontinuities. I imagine there will be 1 or 2 because there's a manual part once we get to Tissad. No. Fantastic. Okay, so it knows all of that. That's lovely. Let's just check this on here then. So let's change this to plan. Go to 20. I'll zoom in on that screen there for you so you can see. This is the flight plan itself as we go along. Yes, 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 la-di-da. And, okay, cool, look. It knows it, so it intercepts the VOR and it does it for us. So we turn around there, but then, that's going to be a little bit sketchy there, isn't it? I'm going to trust that. So we'll go back to ARC. We'll keep that on 20 for now, because why not? And then we'll pop that back onto the flight plan page. We'll get it onto the performance page, actually, because we can do our performance calculations on here. We'll wait till everybody's boarded, actually. It's a mighty grotty day out there, isn't it? It's really not a nice day at all. We're going to work on getting on VATSIM right now. Today we are Condor 9 Delta Victor, of course using Daniel van der Linden's initials. Or just, I've gone for DV, sorry Daniel if that's not what you wanted. If you wanted Delta Lima then let me know. Connected to the server itself. Frame rate is going to go even further out of the window. Let's have a quick check if there's any other aircraft about. There always is at Frankfurt. You can hear them but you can't see them. Visibility is miserable. Okay, let's actually go down and get this calculated, shall we? So we fill the data from the OFP. We've got everything in there, basically. We can just click calculate. 154 again. Flex to temp is 67. So it's 154. Bang in. Can we just click it in it? No. Okay. I did wonder if it was one that just filled it in for us. What was it? 154, 154, 154 all the way down. That doesn't seem right to me. That doesn't seem right. I'm going to wait till it's all loaded. What flaps are we on? Flaps 1 today. I'll wait till it's all loaded. What about that init B? Let's check the init B actually. So 60.6, 32.7. 60.6, 32.7 was it? Oh, sugar, wrong button. Yeah, 32.7. Okay, so it has got the zero fuel weight. It's a full flight today. Everybody on board. Okay, so what else can we do from down here? We can also lock the cockpit door and shut everyone up, which would be nice. Put predicted wind shear on. We'll put that onto TA. Have that on auto. So far we'll squawk 2000 because there's nobody online from what I can see. Oh! Frankfurt Tower. Cool, 118780. To be fair, you can usually count on there being ATC on at Frankfurt. It's one of the best airports for that. Air pressure is 1016 today. God, the frame rate is horrific, isn't it? We've got to wait for the bags and everything to be put on the aircraft, and then we'll get the little doom from GCS. GCS? GSX. Is clearly what I meant. I'm excited for this flight today though. I really do think this will be good fun. Let's have a look then at what else we need to do. We've got all of this sorted. We've got seatbelt signs can go on now we've been refueled. And we'll also pop the fuel pumps up here on and all. Flight directors and everything else is all good, yeah. It's just takeoff data and MCDU and then we get prepared for push and start. Turn that dome light off from up here now. We don't really need that on, do we? Got the external power on. We're going to start the APU actually. We'll do the master switch and start, and we'll put bleed on in just a moment. Right, we've had the bong from GSX, so that has told us that we are ready to go now. The APU is on, so we're going to put the APU bleed on. We're going to disconnect the external power, and we're going to get our beacon light on and get ready for push and start. So, let's now get prepared for pushback and departure, shall we? Frankfurt traffic, Condor 9 Delta Victor, preparing to push back from stand Alpha 13. We are on Unicom, not on tower. Would we need to tune into tower? Because we don't have ground separately, do we? Actually, let's check in. Wait a second. You've got to be responsible when you join these frequencies, because people jump on and just instantly call up. I think we're good. Frankfurt Tower, Condor 9 Delta Victor with you, stand Alpha 13. Just making sure if we need to check in with you before proceeding to push back or anything.
Condor 9 Delta Victor, Frankfurt Tower, hello. I assume you received PDC because it's summer doesn't show with me here.
We do not have clearance now, so if you want we can go through that now if that's alright. Condor 9 Delta Victor.
Condor 9 Delta Victor, that would be very much appreciated. Information Delta, clear to destination. Clear to your destination, Zulu 6 Sierra departure, flight plan route. Climb via SID 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Climb 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000 on the Zulu 6 Sierra departure for Condor 9 Delta Victor. Thank you.
Condor 9 Delta Victor, correct, call me fully ready, push and start.
We'll call when ready. Thanks very much. Condor 9 Delta Victor. Okay, so let's go down to here, and we're just going to wait for you. Push back. Bear with me.
Condor 2016, caution, wind chill reported by previous departing aircraft, maximum 20 knots, wind 220 degrees, 13 knots, runway 25 center, cleared for takeoff.
We want the SID.
From Lima 3, Condor
There we go. That's how you do it, right? Okay, I couldn't figure out how to change that in the past because I'm an idiot. So we're on the Sula 6 Sierra. Frankfurt Tower, Condor 9 Delta Victor here. Just confirming, is the 6 Sierra departure runway 25 center?
Negative, it would be runway 18.
Runway 18, okay, we'll change that now, Condor 9 Delta Victor, cheers. Okay, so we're a different runway. So we're out on runway 18 for today. This is why I should have checked in. I don't know why it didn't strike me earlier that I would be having to report to them with them being tower. I don't know why. There we go, Sulu 6 Sierra, banging. Pop that in, check takeoff data, we will. Let's go for this again. So we are going to fill that from OFP. Runway 18. 151 and 66 now. See how it says 154 there? I think that's what we had in before. So I think that's just an advisory. But 151's all the way down.
646 is also rated taxi.
Flaps 1.
6406 behind the Lufthansa taxi to intersection
cool. So we are ready for push and start, which is good news. But yeah, it's busy stuff. Right, so let's just make sure thrust lever is idle, parking brake is set, APU on, APU bleed on, and external power is disconnected. Engine mode will go into ignition and start. So they've got departures on 25 center and on 18. Frankfurt Tower, Condor 9 Delta Victor, we've amended that now and are ready for push and start. Stand Alpha 13.
Condor 9 Delta Victor, push and start approved area 1.
Push and start approved area 1, thanks very much. Okay, cool. So we need to continue push back, and we will go nose left, area 1. Parking brakes released, push commenced, engine mode goes into ignition, everything will go quiet, and then we'll start engine number 1. What's one thing that Chaz always does, or forgets to do? Always forget my squawk code. Always forget my squawk code. I'm happy to write them down, but I always forget. What is that? Look at that little thing. That's amazing. It's like a little 737-400 or something. The visibility has sorted itself out. We can see loads now. We'll set parking brakes in just a sec. Why is the throttles thing coming in reverse? Oh, thank God for that. Okay, so it thought that I was still set on my Phoenix controls for here, rather than the fly-by-wire. Jesus. Right, it's pushing us to area 1. Let's get ready for engine number 2 start, shall we?
First Turkish 6406, caution, previous aircraft reported wind chill 10 knots, wind 220 degrees, 13 knots, runway 25 center, cleared for takeoff. 25 center, cleared for takeoff, Turkish 6406.
Some great noises going on here. Parking brakes are set. Should hear the click over in just a second. There it is. So initially we're climbing 4,000, he said. Engine has just gone back into normal, so after we've done that then, we need flaps set. Flaps will go flaps 1. Speed brakes will be armed. We have the APU bleed and then the master switch come off. Those two are off. Anti-ice is required. Don't think we'll need that today.
Morning, Alpaca 28, Foxtrot with you on stand Victor 107, ready for push and start.
Is that...
Alpaca 28, double Foxtrot, Frankfurt Tower, hello information, Delta, push and start approved, face west. Push and start approved, face west, Alpaca 28, Fox.
Is that Spoonie? I think that's Spoonie from Aviators TV. Runway turn-offs and then the nose light and everything after that. I'm going to check if Spoonie's online. I'm sure that's him. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
We're yeeting it. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with the performance calc, but yeah, it's broke.
Yeah, so Spoonie's on. I'm not sure if he's going to say anything about me. I've just commented on the stream just saying hello. We'll see if he says anything. Need to scribble out all my stuff now because I'm not going to 25 Centre. Condor 9 Delta Victor, ready for taxi.
Condor 9 Delta Victor, taxi to holding point runway 18 via November 5 and November.
Runway 18 via November 5, November, Condor 9 Delta Victor. Okay. Parking brakes come off. Let's do the takeoff config test. Cool. All normal. We've got the taxi light coming on. Oh, we should have. Runway turn offs, come on. Okay, so we're going November 5, November, all the way down. Once again, Frankfurt being very heavy on frame rate today. But it is what it is. It's part of this wonderful airport. It's great to fly out of here. Looks like we've gotten rid of all the rain and horrible weather as well. He's got us going out on runway 18, which is intriguing. Never flown out of 18 before. So it is Spoonie that's on the ground as Alpaca.
Alpaca 28 Foxtrot, Foxtrot ready for taxi. Alpaca 28 Foxtrot, Foxtrot taxi to intersection Lima 1, runway 25 Centre via November Blue Line, November 1 Lima 1.
Wow, that's a lot.
Okay, November Blue Line, November 1, Lima 1 to intersection Lima 1 to 25 Centre, 28 Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Lufthansa 119er, hello, good time, request for clearance to destination.
Okay, station calling for clearance to destination, who was that?
This guy's got his hands full today.
Station calling for IFR clearance, say call sign.
Shirazi 119er.
Who?
Shirazi 119er, Frankfurt Tower, hello, information Delta, cleared to destination.
Stuff in here. Oh dear, that's not a very good model, is it?
Climb by at 4,000 feet.
Aircraft on our left as well. Lufthansa A321, Star Alliance A320. Long haul taxi down here, this. Looking forward to this one today, though. Thanks again, Daniel van der Linden, for shouting this one.
After departure.
Shirazi 119er, departure Zulu 6 Sierra.
He's going to have the same
please SL Zulu 6 Sierra.
Okay, firm.
Uh-oh. He's going to have the same issue I had where he thinks it's on the same runway.
And Lufthansa 1 for Papa Juliet would like to request pushback.
1 for Papa Juliet, I will call you back.
Yeah, he's like,
first
look.
Turkish 13 uniform caution winter.
He's going to deal with the other guy first. There's a Lufthansa in the old livery, which is cool, little A319. Is there a massive thing behind there? What's that?
Shirazi 119er,
Zulu 6 Sierra departure.
Not available? Please change the side is Zulu 3 Foxtrot.
Guys, try not to step into my things. Shirazi 119er, you are cleared to destination. You're via Zulu 6 Sierra departure. Flight plan route. Climb via SID 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Sir, Zulu 6 Sierra not available is my FMC. Please change the ID Zulu 3 Foxtrot or radar vector.
Negative, pick up runway 18 and you will find it. Break, Lufthansa 04 Alpha, taxi via Papa, November 1, short of November.
Oh, bit bumpy there. No messing.
Condor 9 Delta Victor, line up and wait runway 18.
Line up and wait, runway 18, Condor 9 Delta Victor.
So Shirazi 119er, again, runway 18, Zulu 6 Sierra, you will find it.
This is probably the longest amount of footage I've ever had on a taxi. We're going to go all the way to the end. Go full length. 18. Here the guy's fed up.
Alpaca 28 Fox, caution wake turbulence reported when 220 degrees, 13 knots, runway 25 Centre, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff and turbulence noted, thank you, 28 Foxtrot.
Have a good flight, Spoonie. Okay, we're lining up now, so landing lights coming on. Come on.
Lufthansa 14 Papa Juliet, push approved, face west of 8.
There we go. That was a little bit scrappy, wasn't it? Parking brake is on. Let's just make sure we get everything else on as well. Nose lights take off. We're going to do packs off before takeoff. Checklist. My phone is still playing Spoonie's stream in the background here. Bear with me. Everything is good to go. We're just going to put terrain on ND because why not? May as well get that on there. And we'll now wait. There goes Alpaca up there. And once they've gone, we should be next up.
Alpaca 28 Foxtrot, identified, nothing further, monitor advisory. Good day.
Everything in the com 1 to 2, decimal 8, thank you very much for your service. Your patience is legendary. Alpaca 28 Foxtrot.
Nice. Ready? Come on, don't make me look silly on YouTube.
Condor 9 Delta Victor, wind 230 degrees, 12 knots, runway 18, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18, Condor 9 Delta Victor.
Condor 8 Kilo Yankee via Lima 1 line.
There we go, then up to 50%. Get those leap engines to spool. Ready? Let's go. Manflex 66 SRS, runway or O thrust is blue. We do not have runway. It says thrust levers not set, but they very much are.
Clear destination, Lima, Kulu Vector, fire flight plan, level 3
Nice, down the straight line today.
4,000 feet after departure.
120 knots. Bit of a stutter.
1,000, GRD 119.
Keeping it nice and straight today. I'm just gradually turning left. V1, rotate. Wow, hello. Positive rate, gear up. Fantastic. Out we go. PFD's quite bright. That's alright, isn't it? Need to climb a little bit more than that.
Lufthansa 9 Tango Kilo, Frankfurt Tower, hello, right turn on Lima runway.
This bloke's having a rough morning, isn't he? Bless him. Lima will go into climb in just a sec. I'm just keeping my hand on it. There we go. Moving around a little bit. Ready for the left-hand turn. He'll take us over to Unicom in just a mo. PFD is very bright as we break through the cloud. Just following this.
Dolomiti 7 Mike Hotel, Yava Hot Mike.
S-speed, flaps up. God, it's got me busy, this. Frame rate is a bit poor today, so we're going to go autopilot. Going to turn the packs back on. We're going to turn the takeoff light off. Nose light comes off. Come on. Yeah, somebody has a hot mic and is breathing a lot. Disarm the speed brakes. Cool. Is that a consistently hot mic? Somebody is transmitting on tower.
Lufthansa 04 Alpha, left turn November 7, start Alpha 36. Bitte schnell, bevor ihr noch was passiert.
We've got initial climb clearance of 4,000 feet here. I'm wondering when he's going to change me over and get me up to 5,000 because we need to be above 5,000 here at DF 170. Our cruise altitude today is flight level 370. Breaking through the cloud now. Maybe that'll have something to do with it. Sugar. Wow. Look at that. It's gorgeous. That's one of the most beautiful things I've seen since doing this. Wow. That's awesome.
Lufthansa 369 ready for taxi. Lufthansa 369, give way to A321, right to left, then taxi to runway 25 center via Lima.
Okay, we should be
Lufthansa
climbing
7
now.
Mike Hotel, Frankfurt Tower, information Echo, cleared Florence,
We really should be.
Key 3 Foxtrot departure, runway 25 center, flight plan route, climb via SID.
But we're going to obey whatever tower tells us. I'm going to be a good boy.
1,000.
I don't want to do anything out of their remit. Let's get that PFD back up.
7 Mike Hotel, cleared Florence via Aniki 3 Foxtrot.
He sounds like he smokes a bit. At least we get a nice view of the scenery.
Frankfurt Tower, Gude, Lufthansa 8, Lima November, Destination
This is awesome. That's what I said before, though. I prefer it when there's a bit of adverse weather about.
Roger, cleared
I'm going to try and bump in here.
Information echo current on the Aboka for Golf departure. After departure, climb 5,000 feet and score 2001.
Speedbird 150 correct. Break, Emirates 48, line up and wait runway 25 center.
Line up and wait 25 center, Emirates 48.
Frankfurt Tower, Condor 9 Delta Victor. Do you want us on Unicom?
A firm, good day.
Have a good one. Thanks very much. Okay, let's get over to Unicom. Crack him. 370, please. Let's climb. We need to get on with this now. Boom, in it goes. Let's give you a beauty shot or two. Okay, back in the cockpit we go then, and we need to now turn the landing lights off because we're well above 10,000 feet, if I can do it properly. We need to keep everything else on, basically. We'll turn the seatbelt signs off so everyone can move about a little bit. Don't think there's anything else needs doing at this point. Let me just check. No. Everything after that is just going to be approach preparation. Now, that's going to be the scary bit for me because it's the bit I don't know anything about. So, VOR is basically in the RadNav page here. So we need to check the course of the runway. We need to get the frequency of everything. So we have whatever that is. It's just horrific to look at. But we have 1084 for Satu Mare VOR. That's this. There's a huge circle around it. That's where this comes in, this curve here. So we need to get 108.4 in here, which is, I believe, there. Yes. The course is 008 towards it. Pretty sure. Is it SAT? Do you have to put SAT in there? Not in database. Oh, hang on. Let me try SAT and then. Oh, hang on. I've done a thing here. That 108.4, maybe? Format error. Okay. I'm going to keep trying this because it's all stuff that's new to me. I've seen that you put it in here. Format error. Fan-dabby dozy. We'll figure it out. But like I said earlier, the aircraft in the flight plan page seems to have it set so that it is ready to basically follow that shape. But if I go down here to TISAD and intercept, show you on here, look. It knows to go that way and then left and then intercept the VOR there. So we might be alright here. We might be lining up a little bit last minute, but I think we're going to be alright. I've got all faith in the fly-by-wire A320neo. Still, we're going to continue on our climb now, head up to 20, no, not even 20, up to 37,000 feet. And I'm going to enjoy the cruise for a little bit. So, yeah, enjoy the beauty shots. I'll be back with you soon. Making our right turn now at Sulis. Big old bank round. We've got a huge blanket of cloud underneath us today. It's not particularly clear conditions underneath, but it'll be fine. And once we've completed this turn, we'll then carry on heading up to 370, where we will hear from the fly-by-wire captain in the cockpit. That isn't me. That'll be it. We'll be in cruise for a long time. Airtime today is an hour and a half. Block time is 1 hour and 59 minutes. I think it's going to be considerably more than that today. I've already been recording for 56 minutes according to my camera. So, yeah, it's certainly been a long start to the day, but I enjoy this one all the same. It's another interesting airport to fly to, and thanks once again, Daniel van der Linden, for chartering. Got another 9 charters lined up after this. I'm going to try not to fill the weekends and fill the video slots with as many of my random commentary flights anymore. I just don't think they're as interesting. There's not really any other gimmicks to them. So I'm going to continue to just churn out the charters where I can. There's 1 or 2 other flights that I want to do on specific weekends where I'm doing other stuff. So I'll throw a few of them in here and there. But yeah, the charters should take us up to maybe October time now. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Thank you so much for the support. We had an aircraft crossing over us then, did you see? There he is. Wonderful. We'll go on to Volanta and have a look at who that is. So we're just here. Look at the VATSIM routes there. There's us. It was Eurowings 76 Papa Golf going from Innsbruck to Hamburg today. So it was a Eurowings flight. What aircraft type was it? Airbus A319. They're at 36,000 feet. We've got another friend request up here. Sedi Gaming or Keddy Gaming. Boom, there you go. One thing I have learned of late with having more and more friends on Volanta and people that watch my videos and follow me on there is that they know what flights I'm doing in advance. So they see me do the flights, and some people have posted in Discord saying, oh, this video is coming up soon on Chaz's channel by the look of it. So people are getting an idea of what they are in advance, which is quite funny. But yeah, it's always good to have more friends on there. It's interesting to see what you guys are flying as well, see what routes you're doing, and I enjoy knowing where everyone's travelling around the world and where they're from and where they're going to, and I'll stop talking. We're just about to reach 37,000 feet now in less than a minute's time, and then we'll hear the announcement from the captain, excuse me, and we'll head back into the cabin to go and listen to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet elbows clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Wonderful stuff. And now we're at cruise altitude then. I'm going to go and get myself another drink, get some food, enjoy the cruise for a little bit. I'm going to sit here and listen in, just in case anybody needs me on any of the frequencies that we could go across. It doesn't look like we've got anybody online though, to be honest, all the way down now. There's no centre or anything. There's nobody on at LRSM. There's barely even any flights around that part of the world right now. So it's going to be a nice chilled out cruise. I'll give you some beauty shots and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we are cruising along beautifully. We've got a warning that our destination fuel is below minimum 2.9. That's not so bad at all. Let's get our destination data in, shall we? So it's going to be 1012 on the QNH. We're just going to pop this in, take it to 1012, and then pop it back into standard. Sorry, Drew. And then we'll go for 360 at 14 on the winds. 360 at 14 for the winds. Temperature's 21. And QNH is 1012. Lovely scenery around this part of the world as well, isn't there? Let's have a look at the Barrow minimums. Was it 9.4 something? 9.30. Quite high actually, that, isn't it? Full config. VAP is 133 today. We're going to go to RadNav 008 on the course. Let's see if we can get this in, shall we? Let's see if we can do it now. SAT and then 108.4. Oh, never mind. I'm going to type it in right first. Let's try that. No, it says format error. Okay. The aircraft sort of knows what we want anyway. It's sort of got that ready. We're going to be going top of descent shortly. I think we intercept at 3,000 feet. Yeah, 3,000 feet for this. In terms of the arrival, obviously there's no set arrival or anything like that. That's 160 miles away. 3 times our altitude, 101 miles is what we need. All good. We'll be all good. We'll put in 7,000. No, not up. 7,000 did I just say? Why did I say 7? God, it's one of those days today, everybody. Really is one of those days today. We'll get 3,000 ready. We've still got about 40 miles till we get to top of descent anyway, I'm pretty sure. Let's just check on here. 42 miles, yeah, before we get in. There's no other discontinuities or anything on the flight plan, so all looks good to me. Having a look on Volanta, you can see there's not really anything going on over here. A lot of the flights are all this sort of part of Europe, around Germany, Amsterdam, France. I say Amsterdam like it's a country, you all know what I mean. But yeah, it's all over here. It's a bit quiet at the moment. Except for up there. Sheremetyevo. Is that Ukraine? And then where's this? Oh right, it's around Moscow. Okay. That might be why it's so busy then. But other than that, look, it's just a dot, and then the rest of it is just... Oh, Russia's just clear. Where are you going? Some interesting flights. Who's that? The most northern one up there. Teddy 97 UUDEUE. I don't even know where that is. Domodedovo to Yakutsk. They've got about 2 hours left to go. This is a very small airport we're flying into. It is really short. I'm going to go auto brake medium today. We're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking as well to get to the correct gate. Not sure what gate we're going to go into actually. It's 1, 2, 3 or 4. I think if I choose gate 2... Let me have a look. Gate 2 is closer to the terminal. Yeah, 1A/2 for some reason. And 4A. I suppose that might be if it's a bigger aircraft coming in or something. We'll go for stand 2. This is weird, isn't it? It's a completely different route, look, compared to where we're actually ending up. That's very strange. I suppose it's the Sulis 6 Sierra, but we've turned right further here. It's almost as if we've gone on a jetway here and gone this way. Or an airway, anyway. Either way, we're getting to top of descent now. We're not too far away. Let's check the perf page. 10 miles. Let's click it in. 3,000 feet. Please. Let's get her down, shall we? Scheduled airtime today was about an hour and a half. We've been in the air for an hour and 11 minutes so far. We've still got a good bit of time before we get in anyway. But the aircraft seems to have an idea of what it's doing when we get in there. So I'm going to trust it, and we're just going to treat it almost as if it's an ILS. I don't know what that little noise was there, don't ask. But we're going to treat it almost as if it's an ILS and do any manual flying that I have to. I feel like I might have to manually fly quite a bit of it, but I don't mind that. You know, it makes it a little bit more interesting. Very, very good looking scenery from here. We're in a bit of a break in the clouds at the moment. It's a fantastic mix of rivers and waterways and all sorts underneath us. It's very, very pretty. Catching up with that profile, 3.5 meters. Meters? Why can I not speak? 3,500 feet a minute and more at the moment. The aircraft is picking up speed to chase that profile. God, it's absolutely kicking its own head in down. We're going to put the seatbelt signs on here. Just get them on, get everyone sat down. We're going to go auto brake medium. We're going to get that planned in to begin with. A little bit far out in advance. We'll get the landing system on as well, because why not? We'll get that on. 108.4, so it knows. Course 008, smash in. That's what we like to see. Do we need to do anything here? I saw a guy do that and that to tune stuff in. But I don't know if... We haven't got an ADF in, so I'm not sure. We've got a VOR needle pointing that way. It's got SAG rather than Satumar. Ah, okay, look, there's SAG, so we've just gone past that. But we want Satumar, which is SAT, and I think it's just there. The aircraft's doing a great job of this descent at the moment. Look, we're right at the bottom of this purple ribbon here. It's got us nice and slow, 2,000 feet a minute on the descent rate. It's doing a wonderful job. What I am going to do is just change that to constraints, and we're going to put that back onto 20. So we've only got stuff that's in our near vicinity. We're going to go over to this side though and just change that to airport, and then we're going to keep that on... Let's put it on 80. No, let's put it on 40, just so we can see. We'll whack constraints back on actually. TISAD, you need to be above flight level 50. Will be absolutely fine. I'm going to write down on my scratch pad that we've selected stand 2, and we're going to be vacating runway 01. We're going to go stand 2. What's the taxi route going to be? It's just going to be back down the runway, is it not? Yeah. That doesn't even have a name, that. It's just going to be via runway 1. We might have to take the heading out and do it ourselves in a little bit and guide it in if the aircraft doesn't behave itself, but I don't mind doing that. That's all absolutely fine. These aircraft don't always fly themselves completely through the route. Going to let people on VATSIM know just in case. Satumare traffic, Condor 9 Delta Victor on our way in on the VOR for runway 01. Satumare traffic. It's Satumare, not Satumare. We still need to lose quite a bit of altitude here, which has become very apparent to me. There's a really wonky pattern going on there. Look at all that. I wonder whether we just continue straight here. and just go out there and then do a tight turn in rather than like this and this and this. Let's take control over this. More than 500 feet a minute though, please. Let's go 800. We're just about to get below 10,000 feet, so landing lights coming on. Seatbelt signs are already on. The aircraft is reducing speed to get under 10,000 feet. I'm just going to fly this myself. I know I've spent the whole time saying we'll trust it, we'll see what the plane will do. But I am ready to just turn here. Or is that not a done thing? I don't know. I don't know. We'll get the plane do it. We'll get the plane do it. Sorry, I shouldn't be so indecisive, I know, but we're going to get the plane to do it. If it starts to really muck about, then we'll obviously take control and get the heading correct. At least I know how to correct it in this aircraft, as opposed to in the 737, when stuff goes wrong. It's very hard to sort of know what the aircraft is allowing you to do and taking back control of. We're going to go back into the local pressure soon, which is 1012 on the QNH, I believe. Yes, still 1012. Wind speed is 10 at 16. Let's put that in here. 10 at 16. Okay, let's see what the plane is doing here then, shall we? Let's get that to 10. So we're going to do a turn. We're then going to intercept whatever this is. We're above profile. What did you expect? We're catching up to it though. We're going to put some speed brakes in. Not that you can see that I've just done that, but we put them to half here. Just to help. Give it more drag. And slow it down. This is worrying me. I think we're going to just get there, and then head straight into that. And then swoop in last second maybe. I don't know. Aircraft should level out now. Yes. This is going to be an interesting approach, this. So the airfield is basically straight ahead over there somewhere. I don't see it, do you? I think it's there. Seems to be a bit of a higher res piece of scenery. Maybe just over there? I don't know. We're descending brilliantly at the minute though, 2,000 feet. The aircraft is going in that direction though, it's going directly towards the VOR, it's not following any of that, which is worrying. So I'm going to go heading 060 and head towards that intercept point. And we're going to lose 1,500 feet a minute. So I don't know why, but it was just facing that way. I think it hit intercept and just thought, ooh, VOR, I'm going to head towards that. So we're now going to go that way, we're going to put this pressure back into, and then we're going to turn heading 008 in just a moment.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As you may have noticed,
we want much less speed than this, please.
Now would be a good time to wrap up any
200 knots, please. We are not far out at all now. We are literally 10 miles out, and we're at 4,000 feet. See if we can get the aircraft to change heading now. No. Okay. It is being a little pig today, isn't it? There's the runway. Jesus. Yeah, this has not gone well, has it? We've got full air brakes out now. Or as much as we can have out. I'm going to click approach. See what it does. It's got Cat 3 single. Don't know if that helps us at all. Oh, lordy. No. No. No, no, no. We are not lined up here at all. So we're going to go heading 008. What's the go-around procedure? Let's just get it on here, shall we? We've got a little bit of distance before we go over the airfield. Climb straight ahead, D70, turn right to VOR, climb into flight level 050. So we're going to go 5,000 feet. Give us more speed, Captain. Come off the approach. Come off landing system. Come on, we need 5,000 feet, that heading, that speed, please. Okay. Sati Mare traffic, Condor 9 Delta Victor, missed approach. Going around. Well, so we're going up to 5,000 feet. We're going to bring the flaps up in 220 knots. We're in open climb. Just climbing as fast as possible. Alright, chill out, chill out. Right then, we're passing the airfield. There's literally the terminal building just there. I'm going to figure this out and I'll bring us back in, shall I? Okay, bad luck of it. We need to make a little adjustment just to the left slightly here. We need to head to this little D7 marker here, and then we're going to turn all the way around to the right and go heading towards the VOR, then heading 222 towards Tissad, and then we're going to try and come back in.
2,500.
Thank you. We'll put the landing system on. It's got 108.4 in there. Oh, I was going to say we were dropping a lot of speed then. Whoa. It says we need to be above flight level 50 there, so I wonder whether we go to Peville, get it to work on going over there. No, I need to stop interrupting myself with this plan. I need to just do the plan. Can we go direct FFO1 if we need to? Yes, we can. Okay, cool. Auto brakes are still on medium. We need to rearm the ground spoilers. I feel sorry for all these passengers having to just have a good old stare at the Romanian countryside instead of just landing at the airport that they want to land at. Right, here's the moment of truth. The aircraft is recalculating this curve all the time. It keeps changing size. Wonder if we take out the intercept. We just go Peville. So it just goes that way and then around. I think maybe clicking approach too early was my problem. So it's going towards intercept now. Maintaining 190 knots. Still flap 2. We would really prefer it to go intercept then straight towards FFO1 because we're already at the height we need to be at. We need to be at 3100, but I'm sure a 100-foot deficit's not going to make all the world of difference, surely. Let's see. Will the aircraft now go in a straight line? No.
2,500.
Okay, no, it is going towards intercept, but is it then going to go right towards FFO1? That's the next question. Bring it down to 180 knots. Got a little bit more speed to play with then. Come on, plane. Behave yourself, please. Turn right. There we go. Awesome. Okay, I think the problem last time was I clicked approach and it thought, oh, we're on the VOR. Let's go. So now we're going to turn right. We're going to go to Peville and we're going to continue on this ridiculous approach. I think we go direct FFO1, stuff it. Was that the moment Chaz made another bad decision? We shall see. It'll turn us in and we'll get prepared to land at Satu Mare. We have speed brakes all set. We have the auto brakes set, landing system on. We are a little bit below on fuel. We're half a ton low on fuel, unfortunately. Let's just recheck the cabin. Let them know that we're going to be landing. Sorry about this, everyone, but thank you very much for your patience. And I hope, once again, that my failures have made this a bit more interesting than me getting it perfectly right all the time. Can't see where the runway is because we're in one of the flattest parts of the world. It's probably closer than I like to think, isn't it? Where are you, runway? Ah, there. You can just see the building flickering away there. Got a nasty crosswind at 19 knots as well. We're actually travelling that way. But the aircraft is pointing slightly to the left of the waypoint. So once we hit FFO1 and the aircraft turns us in, that's when I'm going to click approach. We're going to slow the aircraft down to VAP speed and we will then get the gear and everything out. And as always, feel free to correct me in the comments. Feel free to let me know what I've done wrong. Just make sure it's constructive. Don't just call me an idiot and say I'm a rubbish pilot. Just make sure it's constructive. I want to learn from these things all the time. I want to always get better. That's the point of these videos. You know, I don't hide the fact that I'm not a perfect pilot. I want that to be part of the entertainment, but at the same time I do want to get better and I want to start taking these things in my stride. So yeah, let me know and hopefully you enjoy the video either way.
2,500.
There's the runway. We should be turning any second now as we get to FFO1.
2,500.
Going to the next waypoint. There is the turn. Cool. Tell the aircraft to go to its VAP speed.
2,500.
Yes, we get it. Go flap 3. Flaps full and gear is coming down. Okay, clicking approach. Cat 1, Cat 3 single. She is not descending. Ah, there we go, we've got descent in. We're 600 feet high at the moment. There we go. This might be a little bit of a spirited descent, this. Satumare traffic, Condor 9 Delta Victor. 6 miles to run for runway 01. Yeah, we are descending very quickly here. It's getting us back up to V-speed. We are really close to Alpha Floor here. There's the speed, thank you. Well done, plane. No? Not well done, plane. Descend, pig. Good lord. Okay, we're going with this. We're going. We need to recheck the cabin. We've got auto brakes on medium. We are prepared for this. The plane is somehow... We've got a crosswind as well of 16 knots. My word. This has been an adventure, this one. Thank you, Daniel. I'm sure you didn't know that this was going to be a pain in the backside airport to land at. There we go. We're getting to the right altitude now. It's slowing down the descent slightly. No, I don't want 2,000 feet. I don't want 2,000 feet. We're not staying at 2,000 feet. Get out of it. Crying out loud. That's the bit I didn't get right. Did I have to put the altitude in at the end or something? Is that what needed doing? I don't know. Either way, we're going to visually pop this in. Fed up of it.
1,000.
Yes, I know. The aircraft is trying to manage the speed. But obviously we're descending a lot quicker. I'm just trying to catch up to the profile of the descent. It knows what the descent profile is. That's what I don't get. Was I needing to put in the altitude or something there?
100 above.
Yep, we're fine.
Minimum.
Continue. We've got quite the crosswind at the minute, so I'm just trying to fight that. It's becoming a bit more of a headwind, which is nice. Okay, we're on the profile now. Maybe a little bit low. 2 white, 2 red, 3 red on the pappies. God.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
I mean, the actual touchdown in the end was pudding, but that's not really what we're after, is it? We're going to stop really soon here as well. Look at that. Oh, nice stutters. Oh, wow. What on earth has happened to the frame rate? We're manual braking. There we go. Good God. What happened to the frame rate there? We stopped very quickly. That was nice, wasn't it? I mean, it's a silver lining in what was an absolute show of a landing. Or approach, anyway. Wow! What has happened to you, building? Right. This was not happening earlier. I tested this scenery. What on God's earth is happening? Oh my God. Why is this breaking my... I tested this scenery earlier, you know. And it sat there and it was 60 FPS on the ground. I can't even get back in the aircraft. We're going to try... I've taken the parking brake off, but it's not coming off. Why is this so atrocious on frames? I promise you, hand on heart, I tested this earlier. I've got a screenshot from when I tested it earlier. Oh my word, this is unbelievable. I tapped that and it stopped. I can't even look around. Can't do anything. Looking at my recording software, it's nothing to do with that. Oh my God. See, look over there, it's fine. And as soon as I look at that... Wow. Okay, let's take a different approach to this, if I can. Are you going to let me outside, plane? Right, so from these cameras, I know that you can control the aircraft. Bring the flaps up. Lovely sounds. Parking brake off. It's not that windsock. I think it's the flags. We're going to select GSX to get us to stand 2. Wait for it. Gate 2. No. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm just going to come to a stop again. Sorry. I'm going to choose a camera angle that doesn't look at that building. Let's do this. This is not a challenge I expected to face here today. Can we affect this camera and zoom around? No, we can't. So, God, you can see how much this thing accelerates. Look, oh, we need to go over here. Oh, I'm going to have to just suck it up. Look, this is insane. Look at it. Something to do with that building is destroying the frame rate. I'm trying to get onto the back of the aircraft here, but I can't. I simply can't. We're stopping there. Oh, we now have an operative, and now we're not facing the... Now we're not facing the building. We can move at some sort of frame rate. I honestly, I swear to you, I tested this earlier. Oh, that'll do. That'll do. Flipping out. Right, shutdown checklist. Okay, so we need to make sure that the APU is on. We didn't start that on the way in because of the frame rate being absolutely horrendous. We'll get the APU bleed on in just a minute. That's the wrong clipboard, Chaz. Nose light was never even on. Landing lights come off. They should have already been off anyway. This has been an absolute show. Sorry. APU bleed will whack on. Then engines masters 1 and 2 come off once we've got the APU available down here. Okay, there's something in front of the building that's breaking it. The building itself is fine, look. The building itself is fine. There's something here. Is it that bloke? No, he's alright. What's all that stuff? Oh, what are you? Look at all these lines of numbers. This is a freeware airport. I've got a flight sim TO. Is it those curbs? Oh my god, is it those little red and white curb thingies? I don't know what's going on with that, but look, as soon as those curbs come into view... Is it them? I don't know. Either way, the aircraft is here. We've got the APU started, so let's sort shutdown. APU is available. Engines 1. Engines 1 and... I'm turning the engines off. Okay, and then we'll whack the beacon off and we'll ask for deboarding, shall we?
Deboarding requested.
Thank you very much, GSX. And that's us on the ground here at Satu Mare in Romania at this strangely frame rate destroying airport. It's a lovely looking building and everything, but I don't know why it's choosing to do this now. Really, really weird. Still, thank you so much, Daniel van der Linden, for chartering this flight today. I'm so sorry if this was a massive letdown. Either way, I hope you found it entertaining. I need to go back to the drawing board and learn how to fly and learn how to get airports that don't kill my PC. I swear to you, though, I got a screenshot of this just before I went flying earlier on today. And to prove that, actually, while I'm recording this and we're sat on the ground here, I sent it to my girlfriend, Charlotte. Let me find it on my phone while we are here. Look, here it is. There is the screenshot. Shuggy, you can't read it. Hang on. There is the aircraft, look, on the ground at Satu Mare. That was earlier on at a different gate as well. That was earlier on today that I sent that. And it was working absolutely fine and it was beautiful. So, not a clue. Still, I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. Like I've said, me getting this wrong is part of the entertainment, I hope. And fingers crossed I'll see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.